All right, gonna keep those hips back. No early extension, gonna keep them back. Let's feel good, feel good. All right, here we go. How was that? I keep my hips back? Hey guys, I'm certified top speed golf instructor Michael Durr, and today I'm going to be helping you out with early extension. We just saw there, how many of you guys have been out there? You do the same thing, you're working on keeping the hips from coming forward early and having to reach and flip at the ball, and your practice swings look pretty good, but then when you get up into contact, or when you get up to swing, you end up doing it the same way you've always done it, early extending and flipping. Well, I want to first kind of talk about that, sometimes when you guys are working on this and you go out and you play a good round, and you feel like you're keeping the hips back, you still might not actually be doing that. When I first started playing and started getting pretty good, I was still early extending through contact. I would look at my swing on camera and I would see my hips kind of start coming forward and still kind of flipping at contact, kind of had this hunched over shoulder look, but I was still shooting some pretty good scores, so I thought I was doing something right. I was shooting right around par at that point, and I was still early extending. Well, the difference was in my consistency from day to day. I might shoot, around par one day, and the next day, I'd shoot 85 or something like that, and just say, well, it's just probably something else in my swing, because I had worked on keeping my hips back and all that good stuff and felt like I was doing it on the course, but every time I would go to look at it, still early extending. So how do we combat this? Well, we first of all need to understand how early extension works, why we don't want to do it, and then we got to start drilling to get that out of our swing, because it's ingrained in our muscle memory. If you're here watching this video, it's because you're early extending and you want to get it out as well. So the inconsistency from, just real quick, for early extension is when you're coming down into contact and your hips start coming forward, your upper body has to rise. When you're starting to lift away from the ball, you end up having to reach down for the ball, and now we can't get a little bit lower, get forward shaft lean here at contact, we end up flipping at the ball. That's in essence I would say 98% of the reason of why we're inconsistent when we early extend is because we are in fact flipping at the ball. If we're not hitting the ball dynamically and compressing it, our misses are going to be much bigger when we are flipping at the ball, and that we're actually having either a little bit of an ascending blow on the ball, or we're just not going to be nearly as consistent with how we're actually coming into contact. So the drill we're going to do to get out of early extension, or to start to get out of early extension, this is really good, especially early on, if you guys just want to kind of bum rush this and really start feeling the other end of the spectrum. You want to use an alignment stick. Now you guys might have seen this drill before, where you kind of keep your backside on the drill, on the stick here. Let me get this a little bit straighter. And then what you do is you just kind of keep your backside on that stick through your swing, and it's really good for the feeling of what's actually going to happen in the swing. However, it's not really hitting the other end of the spectrum when we're talking about getting something out of our swing. So what I'm going to have you guys do is I'm going to have you add something to this drill. Even if you hadn't done this drill before, do it like this. So we're not going to hit any balls with this, because it's not actually how it's going to happen in the swing. It's just going to be the feeling that you're going to have to start getting out of the move where your hips come off of that line and start coming into the ball. And what we're going to do is we're going to get into our setup, and you can do this with or without a club. You can put your hands across your chest if you want to. You're going to go to the top of your swing, and as you start down, you're actually going to push back down into that stick. You're going to have your hips push down and back. So this is the exact opposite of the hips going forward and up. They're going to push down and back, and then you're going to make your swing while keeping your backside on the stick the entire time. Now remember, these are dry swings. If you guys try to hit balls with this, it's probably not going to work out too well. This is more of the feeling you're going to have before you take some swings. So when you go out to the range, put a stick in the ground, get your backside up on it right there, go to the top of your swing, push down, feel those hips drop down and back, and then as you come through, the second big key to early extension is keeping our upper body low with side bend. So I'll explain this real quick. When we're coming into contact, to keep our posture, our side needs to be really, really flexed here, stretched on our lead side. And that looks just simply like this if we were standing straight up and down. So that's something else you can kind of think about when you're doing this drill, especially when you're not hitting balls. It's really easy to think about stuff because you don't have the variable of the ball being there. When you go up to the top of your swing, you're going to push down and back, and you're really going to feel as you're turning into the ball, you're going to feel the side crunch down, stay really, really bent, and then keep your backside on the ball through the whole swing. So let's go ahead and try that a couple times. How we're going to do it on the range: go to the top and make a swing. We'll do one more right here. All right, so really at the top of the swing, feeling like that backside is pushing down and back. What we're going to do now is we're going to go up to the ball, maintain that same feeling, especially if you're an early extender. You're probably not going to see nearly as much early extension, and you're going to maintain that same feeling that the hips are going down and back, and you're getting a lot of side bend through your rotation. All right, guys, get out there, hit the opposite end of early extension, and start getting out of your swing today.
All right, so I hope y'all really enjoyed this video. If you did, I got an awesome bonus for you. Now, one of the most important things we can do in golf, and let's face it, we all want to crank the ball. We want to hit it hard with a lot of power. That's probably the #1 thing to improving your golf game that I found. And the best thing to do to improve your speed, your power, is to get a lot more lag in the downswing. So I got a great bonus for you. One of the #1 mistakes that I see people make that is really killing their lag. I'm going to play a preview of that video. If you want to watch the full thing, all you have to do, if you're on a desktop device, you're on a computer, go ahead and click the link that pops up on your screen. That'll get you instant access to that full video, plus 5 bonus videos from our Top Speed Golf system. It's going to walk you through the entire system. And then if you're on a mobile device, a tablet, you're going to go ahead and click on the iCard that's somewhere on the screen right now. Go ahead and click that iCard, click that link. It's going to get you instant access, and I'll see you all in the lag video. Hi guys, and welcome back. I'm Ballard, and in today's video we're going to talk about one of the absolute worst drills for creating lag. It's a very common drill that I see. And in this drill, what we're going to do is we're going to set the wrist very early to create an angle of lag, and then we're going to try to hold this throughout the swing. It's one of the worst things that you can do to build lag. I'm going to talk about the science behind why this is the case, and I'm also going to give you a great drill to help you improve your lag, all in this video. Let's go ahead and get started. If I do it this way versus holding that position, exact same thing happens when we're building the lag in the golf swing. So what we want to do is throughout the swing, I want to have a very low and wide takeaway. So I'm not going to set my wrist early at all. If you look at a lot of the top players, you look at Adam Scott, very wide takeaway, not very much wrist set at all. You look at Rory McIlroy, you look at Tiger Woods. All these players are using a wide takeaway and not getting very much wrist set, so that later in the swing, as we start down, we can increase this wrist set, and we're really only going to max out this angle of lag for a split second in the downswing. Okay, so a 3-step drill here. Now, as we get started with this, I want to remind you that the fulcrum in this golf club for getting a massive amount of lag is right at the end of the golf club. This is where I want my hinge point to be.